I know you're tired of living paycheck to paycheck, constantly being stressed about money and worrying about how you're going to get ahead or if you'll ever get ahead. Picture what it would be like to wake up every day and make decisions based off what you actually want to do, your dreams, your aspirations, your ambitions, and not just your bank account balance. There'll be no more sleepless nights, no more unexpected bills that scare you or put that little feeling in your heart, and you won't be worried about debt or being so scarce that you're scared to spend anything to even enjoy yourself now. What if I told you there were just 3 things that you need to learn that were standing in front of you and what you want? And learning these 3 things will get you one step closer to making that a reality. Understanding these 3 things is the first step to start turning your financial life around. They are the real factors that determine if you stay in financial bondage or if you reach financial freedom. Mastering them will empower you to take control of your finances so you can build the future you actually want and the one you desire. It's time to break the cycle and start living a life of financial freedom once and for all. There's a common misconception when it comes to being financially strapped. Most people are always thinking about they need to make more money, they need to get a raise, they need to find a new job. But this is a behavior and a mindset problem. It's not about how much money you make. It's about how much money you keep. And this is determined by our habits and behaviors. One of the biggest causes of people not having money and being strapped is that they have poor spending habits. In particular, impulse buying. So people love to have things that they buy to feel better or they think they'll feel better, right? Buying a new car. But how many times have you bought that thing only to feel regular, like it's normal like a week or 2 later? That's a common thing with the psychology of humans. If you've ever bought a new car, moved into a new apartment, a new house, a new city, everything after a while becomes normal. So it's really not healing anything. So by having these impulse buys, we're really wasting the tools and the resources that you work so hard for. Because when you break things down, everything comes back down to hourly. If you make $25 an hour and you go and buy a new purse for $200, you just spent a day worth of your time. Really, you spent more if you think about it, because $200, that doesn't even have the taxes come out yet, right? So if you make $25 an hour, you earn $200 that day, your employer hasn't even deducted taxes, right? State taxes, if you have them, federal taxes, and then insurance, all these different factors that come out your check, right? So you may walk around, you may earn 200 gross, so 200, but by the time you get your check, you earn 140 for that day. So you're literally spending almost 2 days worth for just this purse. Is that really worth it? This is a common reason a lot of people are broke or strapped, because they're constantly impulse buying. And even closely related to this is basically like living above your means, right? Moving into a new apartment just because you can, right? You can afford it. I never use the word afford. Trust me. If I bought everything I could afford, I'd be broke too. And I'm not broke, right? So that's what we're trying to work to help you get out of. You don't need to move every time your lifestyle changes. I know what the norm is, right? Oh, you're looking to have a child. Oh, so you're going to go buy a house now? For what? You don't need to, right? A newborn or a child is like this big forever. And all they want is love from you. They don't want their own room or all this stuff that you think. Not until people start to put that into their mind, right? So we don't need to be impulse buying new places, new apartments, new houses, a new car because you got a raise. Because at the end of the day, you want that gap to start to get bigger. And we want to increase how much we're saving or that we have to deploy to start a business or invest or things like that. Not keep raising the gap. Every time our income goes up, the expenses go up. We want the income to go up and the expenses to gradually increase, because they will increase with life. Things go up, food goes up, gas goes up, rent goes up, interest rates go up. But we can control how much we spend and not be tempted to overspend on things that we don't need and to impulse buy on things. And this also means not giving into vices, right? So excess drinking, excess shopping, right? Whatever your thing is, everybody says they have some kind of vice. People ask me, James, what's your advice? My advice is saving money. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I like getting a good deal. I'm just being honest. I love making a lot more money, and literally my expenses staying almost the same, if not even getting lower sometimes, because I learn how to get a better deal on stuff. Like, it makes me feel great. I love it, truly, because I move so freely knowing, man, the more I make, I just have more money to invest and do things with and start more businesses. And like, I always envision of being at this point in my life, and I envision of being at even a better point. And I want you to feel the same thing. You want to have freedom and breathing room so you're not stressed out when you're thinking about doing things in life, or you think about a bill, it doesn't stress you out. This leads me to the second point, because none of this will get done if you have poor money management. You need a goal. Nobody's going to save if you don't have a financial goal. Oftentimes people ask me, oh, well, how do they stay motivated to save? How do I save? I have a goal. Like everybody needs a goal in life. We're all, great creatures, and we're meant to do powerful things on this earth. So like we have to have a goal. We have to have a mission. It's like a video game. You are the main character in your own game. You the superhero, but you can also be your villain too. You know what I'm saying? So you want to make sure you have a mission and a goal, so every day what you're getting up and fighting for. Every day when you're going to the job, you may not like that job is only for a season. You're not there that long, right? It's serving its purpose for ... And you have to fill in those dots to know what your goal is. You have to know every dollar that I'm saving, although I do want to go out and eat, right? I'm going to bring my food, or I'm going to cook food first at home, and I'm going to eat because of ... We need to fill these goals in, right? We need to have a mission. It's easy to quit when you don't know why you're doing what you're doing. Who wouldn't quit because of that? But when you know every day that, let's say you want to live outside the country, you want your wife and your children to experience traveling with you, you want to be free, you have that mental image in your head that should start to become an obsession. So every day when you get up, that's what you see. So now, see, when you go find that coupon to go buy that food, it's for a mission. Because every dollar now is a soldier that can go to work for you to invest to make more money, which will therefore give you more time and ultimately free you and yourself and your family to make that dream a reality. And this can happen, but we have to do a few things too, right? Like having an emergency fund, and we can't get an emergency fund without tracking our expenses. So everything comes back down to the basics, like even down to when it comes to day trading, which is one of my main things I've done for years, and I continue to do because I love it, and it's an unlimited resource, right? Whether you're day trading, you're building an emergency fund, you're investing for the long term, or you're starting a business, you have to track your expenses and your income, and you have to probably be able to manage these things. So it all comes down to that. So we will have to know how much money is coming in, how much money is going out. Then we know the net, right? How much we're keeping. Again, it does not matter if this is our personal income that we make from jobs, or if it's from our business income. We need to know how much we have to use to make our goals come true. And one of the main things that'll help us do this is by not relying on a job. Now, I didn't say don't have a job, right? A job is a good thing. There's nothing wrong with having a job. Again, this comes back down to your financial goals, but not relying on a job. A lot of people often use the term they have a stable job. No job is stable. If you allow somebody to feed you, you also give them permission to starve you. So this is not a stable thing to rely on. You want to make sure you have some kind of income always coming outside your job. Now, depending on your goal, it may not be what it is for somebody else. I have big goals, right? Mine is not $1,000 doesn't move me. I've made 5 figures a month, right? But for some people I talk to, they just want to make $1,000 a week, which is doable. Everything sounds hard at first. Everything sounds scary when you haven't done it. But when you start putting the work in and you start studying and then getting better at your craft, it's easy. Riding a bike was once hard before you learn how to do it. Now you can ride a bike and you probably haven't rode one in 15 years. It's easy. So as you start to take these steps, it'll get easier and easier. But we never want to rely just on a job. If that job was to fire you, what would you do? Do you have that emergency savings? Even if you do, would you be stressed out? Or did you build another source of income where you're like, hey, you don't have to rush back into a job because you're living paycheck to paycheck. You can take your time and get that job you've always wanted. Maybe getting fired from that job was the biggest blessing in disguise you could ever have, because now it's opened the door for that new blessing to come through. So you always want to be prepared and have something else to stand on, so you have 2 legs to stand on, not one. So nobody can ever take that away from you or hinder yourself or your family's well-being. Because one thing's for sure, no matter how much you love your job and no matter how much you get paid, 6 figures or whatever, right? Your income is limited at your job, especially if you're on salary. You can go in there 40 hours a week, 50 and 55, and guess what's gonna happen? You can get that same check. They're not gonna give you more because they say, oh man, James, you working so hard this week, you know what? I'm gonna give you an extra $5,000. That's not gonna happen. I wish it would, but it's not. You know what I'm saying? But you can give more money and promote yourself and give yourself an increase. You can give yourself a salary bump by starting a business or gaining a skill and making money outside of your job. So you can say, you know what, James, You working so hard, I'm gonna give myself a raise. That's what we want to do when we get this income outside of our jobs. We don't want or, we want and. Now again, there are different levels. Like, I've been a full-time entrepreneur for a while before. I work a job right now. Nothing wrong with that, right? You can do both. If your job works for you, work that and make your money. Because there's nothing better than having multiple streams of income. I currently have over 5 and it feels great. But it's a process. And it starts with getting that first skill so you can literally pay the bills, right? And then you can have your job money and extra money. Don't listen to these people online. You don't have to be a full-time entrepreneur. I've been there. I've done it. I'm going back. I'm just being honest. I love it. But you don't have to be a full-time entrepreneur. You can have your job and your business. Therefore, meaning you got your cake and eat it too. If you like this type of content, make sure you go to my description and click the link in it so you can stay connected with me personally. And make sure you subscribe to the channel if you like making money. And if you don't like making money, then don't subscribe. It's that simple, man.